But yeah, how's your electric picnic been anyway so far?
Pretty rad. It's been pretty cool.
Pretty electric.
Excellent. I mean, you've had quite an amazing few years. It's sort of been a bit pinch me, has it, over the last 3 years?
Yeah, like especially the last year in particular, because we released the album this year, which has been a long time coming. So yeah, it's like this year especially has been kind of... Because we've been sitting on it for quite a while. We recorded it about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just really good to get it out there to everybody. So
sure. And like, tell us a bit about the whole process of like, when were these songs written? Have they been, you know, like, sort of over what period of time?
Yeah, I guess like you have kind of like I've had these songs, demos and stuff for like a long time.
Right.
So yeah, like 3 years ago we recorded the album, but maybe 2 years before that I would have had the songs written and stuff and demoed.
Okay.
That's kind of how I met the guys as well.
Okay. Because are you all from Rush? Is that right?
Yeah, we are.
Tell us how you three lovely people met. Was it love at first sight?
It was love at first sight.
Love at first punk, I think.
Stephen and Kev kind of knew each other. I'm a little bit younger than the guys, and they knew each other from school. And we had mutual friends, and I kind of left school, and I didn't know what to do and stuff. And a mutual friend introduced me to Stephen. And then, like a couple of weeks later, I think we were at a house party, and Stephen's then band were playing, and I was very drunk, and I went up to Stephen. I was just like, I know I hardly know you, but if you ever need a drummer, let me fucking play in your band, kind of type thing, because it was exactly the kind of stuff I wanted to be playing. So yeah, and then we got Kev on board, and
I said no at the time. I was like, no.
You weirdo, who are you?
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Well, like, Stephen, so how close to Fangclub was that band's music?
It was pretty much, it's pretty much the exact same band. It was just kind of like me trying to figure out what I was doing, and it was just me and a couple of friends, and it was pretty much the same songs and stuff, but it never kind of felt right until the guys kind of quit, and then we were too busy and stuff, and then I was like, oh, I'll ask that guy who was at that party, and as soon as me and Dara jammed, it was like, I think that's pretty much when like Bullethead kind of came out. It was like, wow, okay, cool, yeah.
And like, I did a review on Arena, which a lot of people were listening to, where I said you were the new saviors of Irish rock. No pressure, lads. But and like, listening to the album, there's so many. It has the wonderful ability of, it sounds very contemporary, yet you can sort of, there's a nod here to Nirvana, there's a nod here to that era Soundgarden. Like, I just want to ask each of you, like, what was your epiphany moment, or what was it? Was it a gig? Was it a song you heard where you went, right, music is the life for me?
I heard, like, when I was really young, I heard like The Offspring. My cousin was like a big grunge punk rocker, and he brought me to an Offspring concert in Dublin, and I was just like, I'll have that.
Okay.
I want to be that. Yeah, that was it. I was just like, from about 9 years old, I wanted to be a rock star, like, so I just did everything in that way, like, until I got it.
Okay.
Like from like when I was like 12 or 13, one of my friends gave me Pump Up the Volume by NoFX.
Yeah.
And that album for me just kind of like changed everything as well. And then as I got a bit older as well, like My Chemical Romance as well, those kind of bands, they just really kind of just clicked with me as well. So like even just the theatrics and stuff of that show as well was just incredible to me too. So I loved that too. So like the punk rock, I suppose, stuff. For me, like NoFX, Bad Religion, all that kind of thing. So
I saw School of Rock, and I really liked that. I was like, that looks fucking cool.
I want to be Jack Black.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So I kind of got into music through a movie, I guess. Well, no, I mean, I always knew I liked music, but I didn't have any. I'm the eldest, so I didn't have any older brothers or sisters to really point me in the right direction. Sure. And then my auntie brought me along to a Foo Fighters show when I was like 13, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, cool.
Cool,
And, I want to be
Fair
Dave
play.
Grohl, basically, like, fucking, so.
And you are, of course, signed to Universal Ireland. Well done. How did that come about?
Nice.
Shout out.
Davey!
Yeah. They bought me these sweet sunglasses. No, they're just on loan. No, I'm just joking. No, we recorded the record by ourselves, and then we were gonna just like put it out for free or something, like, and just do something, and then because we never thought that we would have, you never really think you're gonna have like that path, like, you know. And then we were on tour, and we got somebody heard us on the radio, this lad over here, and then we got asked to go into the offices to meet them, and we thought it was a joke, because we were like,
who's pranking
somebody's
me
pranking us, like,
situation.
And then we went in, and it was just a kind of a positive chat about. We were just talking about. I think we were talking about our favorite bands. We just talked about like Queens of the Stone Age and bands like that, and there was no real kind of like we never felt like overwhelmed by the record label. It was just like we just went in and talked to a cool dude about some rock music and stuff, and then we were gonna leave, and he was like, "Oh, do you have any more songs?" And I had like a CD or of like 25 tracks in my pocket, so I just took that out and just gave it to him, and that was it, really.
The rest is history.
The rest is the future.
And they opened up the golden suitcase and were like, "Here's $1 million."
Yeah.
It's like, we can't use that over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen in dreams.
No.
And I mean, as well as doing your own amazing headline shows, you've had some fantastic support slots. I saw you in Trinity supporting the Pixies, and I was like, those guys are awesome. Like, wow, did you get to chat to Frank, to Joey, to the Pixies?
That was like a dream come true gig, I think, for us. Like, 'cause like they were like one of our biggest influences. And I think it comes through in the music quite a lot. But we were terrified of meeting them as well. And me and Stephen were outside the dressing room. We just saw Frank Black. He looked like John Wayne, like this big black suit, just walking down towards him. We were like, "Oh my God, it's Frank!" And he came up to us, and this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. By the way, Frank Blackwood just came up to him and was like, "Hey man, I loved your bass lines. Your bass sounded great." And then just turned to Stephen and was like, "Good job, kid," and walked off. And we're just like,
"Wow,
what the hell?"
Yeah. No, we were there trying to be as cool as possible.
Yeah,
we were there smoking cigarettes, and we were just like, "Yeah, cool, man. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, Frank." And then we had to. All right, we'll talk to you later. And we walked inside the tent. We were just like. Cool.
And you also supported Muse in Belfast recently.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was insane. Yeah, we were playing with Nothing But Thieves, Biffy Clyro, and Muse. So we were just
what a lineup!
What a lineup indeed! Yeah,
blown away.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. And as soon as we walked off stage, Biffy Clyro, James from Biffy Clyro was standing at the side of the stage, and he welcomed us off stage, and we were just like. We were massive fans. We're massive fans of Biffy Clyro.
It was just like, "Hey, I'm James." I was like, "Holy shit, I know."
Brilliant. And so, I mean, the album is just out, but, you mentioned the songs have been, written for quite some time. Is writing something, it's a continual thing for you guys?
Yeah.
Are there new songs already in the bag? Or?
Yeah, sure. I'm just obsessed. I'm like addicted to this whole thing. So it's like I just can't stop like writing the songs and doing this and doing that and changing it. So the only struggle really has been to kind of keep the set consistent with the album, and stuff. So, but we're really excited to get some new stuff out there as well. So we can't wait. Yeah, that's good. I think there's going to be some new stuff pretty soon, actually.
Oh,
in a
Hot
weird
Press Chat Room exclusive.
Yeah.
When?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. In a bit of an offshot way, yeah.
Right. And you do, of course, have dates coming up. Will you be will we be getting a taster of some new material on the upcoming dates? Or?
Yeah, we're heading off on our UK headline tour, like our first UK headline tomorrow.
Right.
And then we're going to be playing the set of all like the album and some B-sides with some new tracks as well.
Okay.
And then we're going to do that in Ireland in October as well. We're going to do a big Irish tour, so it's going to be pretty
great.
cool.
And like what inspires you to write, or like what is it is it sort of is it observing daily life? Is it, the book you're reading, or is it it's sort of a mixture of everything?
I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's like you get that itch and you have to kind of, it's just kind of like whenever I try, like really sit down and try to do it, it doesn't work.
Okay.
It just doesn't happen.
I think it's like therapy with you though, a lot of the time. Because you'll like write a song and then 6 months later, Stephen will come up to me and be like, "Oh shit, I just figured out what this song's about."
Okay.
So you wrote it, like
Yeah.
So it's not like a Nick Cave approach of I have an office I go to every day from 9 to 5. It's
No, I have no office.
Inspiration just strikes.
It's whatever happens at that time in the moment, whatever I'm feeling like, that's it. And then I kind of look back at it. When I look back at the album, I'm just kind of like, that's who I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like a lot of the songs are kind of the result of like just kind of looping a riff and jamming it for 25 minutes and kind of just being like doing something slightly different each time. It'd be like, okay, let's keep that, leave that out and stuff like. And so yeah, it's kind of this weird, like a lot of the songs were a kind of a quick process,
Okay.
And then we go into the studio and then we're like layering, and that's when you have the fun sprinkling the stuff on top. But it's a kind of, it's not too much of a painless process. Like,
sure.
It's cool.
And you got John Davies in to master the album, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Wow, what an amazing man, has worked with so many greats.
Yeah, like we did the album with one of our best friends, Ty Healy. He's just this up and coming producer, and he is kind of the secret member of the band. He's just really brought out the magic in the record. And then one of the amazing things of being signed to a record label is like they open up this list of, we got this mastering guy called John Davies, who's just this legend who's just done amazing records.
Yeah.
And that was when we got those masters back. It just blew the ears off us. It was amazing.
Okay, great.
It was incredible.
So what did you learn from the process of recording this record that you'll bring to the next one? Like, we'll do this differently, or
not to record 25 songs in a week.
Okay, go easy on yourselves
smarter.
next time. Yeah.
No, it's, I guess, like to be a bit more. We just kind of went in and just did it and just tried to be as raw as possible, and whatever we felt like that day, that's what came out in the song. So, and we're just gonna keep doing that, like it works. So.
Great. Now we are going to let you go in a minute, but firstly I want to know, where will you guys be later? Who are you going to see?
Father John Misty.
Oh yeah.
And Pond.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I got talking to Guy Garvey a few minutes ago.
No
so
way.
yeah,
The nicest man in rock.
because he was walking by and I was like, holy shit, that's Guy Garvey from Elbow. So I'm gonna check out those guys, and Duran. I have to go see them.
Great. Yeah.
For sure.
I'm gonna go see Ash. I'm a massive fan of Ash.
Playing on some stage that we can't say where yet,
No, we can't,
or is it still a secret?
I think
or can we
everybody
say it?
knows
I don't
that
know if it's a
secret,
secret
right?
or
The
not,
worst
so-
kept secret at the picnic. Ash will be on Jerry Fish's stage.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Listen, you guys have been awesome, and I just can't overstate how much I really love the record, and really looking forward to seeing you live in Whelan's on October 29th. 2
Yes.
shows,
Yep.
but check the website for their national tour details. Give it up for Fangclub. Thanks a million.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.